Yes, you read the title right. I'm not Mr. Bean and you are not watching Pogo. But before starting this video, let me clear it out. Do not try to reproduce whatever I teach you in this video, and if you do so, just try to do it on yourself and your friends for fun and learning purpose only. Because if anything happens, FBI will fuck you up.
तो रुको जरा सबर करो.
So welcome back decent army, and in today's video we are going to see one of the best tricks you can use up using CSS in your web application, and what it will provide to you is we are going to see ahead. So let's break this suspense out and let's start this video without wasting any further time. So guys, here what we will be doing is, for demonstrating this thing out to you, let's enter up quickly into the VS Code, and I have created basically two different files for you, that is newestcheck.html and the style.css files. These two files are required for this project to work on, and what now I would be doing is simply I would write a basic HTML structure into this file. In my newestcheck.html file, I will simply type exclamation mark, and what it will do is, and as soon as I will enter here, you can see a basic HTML structure coming in front of me. Now I will not change anything else here, but what I will do is I will simply add a button element in my body part. I would simply write, and I will add a class to it, which would be like class is equals to button hyphen content. Let me give this class to it. You can give any other class. I just have done it with this class, so I'm just giving it, and like it would be something with name submit. Let's save it out, and then now what I have my HTML structure with me, and then I have a button element inside it. Now I will come to the style.css file, and what I will be doing is, let me first check whether my functionality works or not. So I will simply write here dot button hyphen content, the same class I used there. I will write here color set to red. I will set my color to red and I will save it out. Now I will include this in my particular HTML file. Link relation equals to style sheet, and then it would be href equals to style.css. That's my CSS file basically, and this is my thing done out here. I have included my CSS file here. I have my button element inside it, and now what I will be doing is I will simply open it up with the live server, and this file now will open inside my browser. And you can see here button element is created up here with the red color in it. The font of the submit is red, because I set the color to red here basically. Now what we would be doing is, we would not be doing these sort of things. This particular content which I showed up to you in my style.css file, and I have already hosted online. If I show it to you, you can see this particular content is already hosted online by me. I have just used a free hosting service, and I have hosted my CSS file so that I can include it into my project. Now the main thing will come when I will be doing this thing for you. I will simply come here, and instead of using this particular thing in my CSS, I will try to use import element. Basically I will use media queries here and add that it import, and using the URL, and then here comes your particular URL of the file. Again, this is the thing, just we are doing it. Let me do it up here, and as soon as I will enter here, you will be again seeing the same thing, because what now I am doing is basically I have my HTML file, I have a locally present style.css file with me, and then I am bringing the content from an externally hosted file from cross origin into my locally hosted file, which will again provide the content into my HTML. I am bringing my CSS from an external source. Now let's check whether anything changes here or not. So if I refresh here, already it's open with live server, so the change might already have been reflected, but let's, for cross checking, I refreshed it, but still it's working perfect. Now the thing will come. I will simply type up here Grabify, the tool which I would be using here for this demonstration purpose. I already made it a video over this tool, but actually YouTube's community guidelines strike this video was removed. So if any person from YouTube or something, like, again, if they are cross-checking this content, this is totally a publicly available tool and it could be used. It's nothing harmful there if you use it for fun and learning purpose. It is just for tutorial purpose only. This video is just for tutorial purpose. There is nothing harm done to anyone in this video, so please don't remove it out. Now what I will do is I will simply paste the URL of my particular CSS file, online hosted file, and I will click on create URL. I give the consent to agree and create URL, and now what will happen is, just give it a second, and it created a link for you. You can see here is the original URL which you was basically creating up. Then here comes a new URL which is the Grabify link. Now let me copy this up. I will copy this link and I will turn the smart logger on. I will come up here. I will replace the URL with the Grabify URL. Now I will Control S and save it, and I will move back to my file. You can see the CSS content has gone. The CSS content has gone, but one main thing, let me again show you by refreshing it. I refresh the content here and you can see there is no change. My CSS is not working, but let me show you one magic here. As soon as I come here and I have to refresh this Grabify link, and basically here you can see what all information is coming up. You can see my IP address, my country, my battery percentage, whether my particular device from which I access the file is charging or not, and the orientation of the device, the time zone, and many more things is coming out. Now if you are still confused what's happening in this video, then I created an index.html file and I included a local style sheet file in it named style.css, and in that style.css I used media queries via @import. I included an externally hosted style sheet, and for that particular link I basically shortened that URL with the Grabify tool. And as you might be knowing that whenever you request for a particular page from the web server, then it responds you with the respective HTML and CSS of that particular application. And that's what happening in our case. When we requested for that page, it responded me with the HTML and CSS, and as soon as the CSS got imported on my site, that Grabify link got triggered, and that's why it was able to provide me with my metadata on that particular link. This was the reason why our CSS didn't work out here. But don't worry, this was the case with me, because when I refreshed the page, it actually, when it was importing up the CSS due to check applied by the Grabify, it actually skipped that part and basically it didn't ended up loading up my CSS. But if your web application is built on modern technology, then there are chances that it might be using some sort of Ajax in its backend. So in your case, might be possible that due to being continuously refreshed, it will provide you with that particular CSS you are requesting for. So guys, this was the thing I wanted to bring to you, that how can you be tricked while using up the CSS, since modern applications use a large amount of CSS in them, and if you are not aware about what it is and how it basically works, you can easily be tricked like what I did. I will never recommend you to do this when you are working on a professional project, but you can try it out with your friends, your family, and on yourself if you want. So guys, this was for this video and my tips and tricks which I bought in this video using CSS. Then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel, because it doesn't cost you anything, but it really costs you. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, share this video as much as possible, and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification to never miss an update. And if you want to show your support, I will provide you with the link in the description box, and you can show your support, but only if you want. Till then guys, tata, goodbye, and let me see you in another video.